And as the countdown to Christmas Day gets underway in earnest, with people travelling, trying to reach their families in time for Christmas morning, we're seeing unusually high traffic volumes at the country's border posts. And let's pick the story up then in Lebombo, at the Lebombo crossing, where over 100 people have been arrested in the mountains that surround that particular border control post. They were trying to cross illegally, and it comes as the Border Management Authority anticipates a real surge in cross-border movement this Christmas Eve. The BMA is saying it's now established 3 stations to help process travellers to reduce the waiting period at that port of entry. Our Scara Mafokaone is there keeping an eye on developments this morning. Scara, I'm very happy to see that you've got your sun hat on. I know the temperatures can be quite punishing there at that particular border crossing. We're seeing the movement of vehicles and goods and people. Just update us on the volumes.
Good morning to you, Iman, indeed, and to our viewers. Indeed, I'm well prepared today. I've got my bottle of water to hydrate, and not only that, Iman, my hat, because it's hot, and also I have my boots on. So literally, Newzroom Afrika's Scara Mafokaone boots on the grounds for him, Iman. But what you're seeing behind me, don't be mistaken. You may think we're at the border, but this is at least 3 kilometers from the border. Already it's gridlocked with some of the people hoping to cross into Mozambique, Iman, deciding to walk this 3 kilometers because it's gridlocked already. You mentioned that over 100 people have been arrested so far, Iman, since the operations started. And also, Iman, interestingly, just behind me, you can't see the Lebombo Mountains. That's where they were arrested. So they were attempting to cross illegally into Mozambique. Just behind me as well, which you can't see as well, is the Port River. So there have been attempts by others, Iman, to cross across the river into Mozambique. But the danger there it poses for them is that there are crocodiles in that part of the river. So, but to get more updates as to what's going to happen today and why I'm looking like a ranger today than a reporter is because part of what's going to happen today, Iman, it's literally we being taken to some of those hotspots where people attempt to cross. So we're going into the bushes, we're going into the mountains to see the operation firsthand. But let me bring into the conversation Dr. Lebombo, the Deputy Commissioner at the BMA, the Border Management Authority. Dr. Lebombo, thank you so much for joining us. And this morning, we're already seeing gridlock traffic here. You expected this yesterday during a briefing. You told us that the 24th, Christmas Eve, is going to be the busiest of all days. Tell us more.
No, very good morning, Scara, and thanks for having us. Indeed, this is what we expected based on the trends from the previous 2 years. The challenges that we normally have, particularly in this corridor, is the traffic management. You will find that most of the, obviously, drivers are using oncoming lane to go to the border, which makes it difficult for the traffic to come from the border to, obviously, places like Port. So these are some of the challenges that we have. As you indicated, we are 3 kilometers away from the border, and we can see the kind of traffic that we have. I believe that is the challenge that we also have in terms of the cargo. Yesterday, we recorded that the cargo lane is 20 kilometers long, but we managed to direct them to what we call kilometer 7, where we stage them, and then on the basis of the assessment that we made on N4, we were able to redirect them back to N4.
This is where you involve partners as well. I mean, I see the Mpumalanga Traffic Control is here. You won't be managing traffic on your own. Tell us about that partnership with SAPS and the provincial government here. Because yesterday the neck joints were on and the prof joint was in the province. Take us through some of the integrated plan in terms of partnership with other law enforcement that are in place here.
Now, obviously, we cannot do this work alone as Border Management Authority. We have partners such as the Provincial Traffic Department as well as the Local Traffic Department. We are also assisted by the SAPS. Yesterday, you might have seen the chopper that they were using in terms of directing the traffic, and then also try to get some of those who are using illegal ways to cross to the Mozambique, so the Mozambican side. And there is also CBRTA, which is an entity that is also assisting us in terms of moving or in terms of controlling the traffic. So that partnership is what we have been having in the past 2 years since the establishment of Border Management Authority, and we believe that it is a partnership that we should continue to have.
What we're seeing here, the gridlock traffic, and as I ask my colleague Tapelo to show you some more cars passing, these are those attempting to cross legally. There's a problem of those trying to cross illegally. We are going into the bushes. The mountain will be with you sometime this morning. What are other additional plans that you've made to mitigate that?
In order to be assisted to locate those who are crossing illegally, you will see yesterday, and that is something that we've also done today, we've set up a place where there are screens, and then the drone pilots are also there to assist us to locate those who are traveling or who are crossing the border illegally. So we will be able to take you to that spot, and then also take you to these vulnerable areas that we identified, so that we are able then to witness these people that we arrest, and obviously take their fingerprints so that they are not able to come back after 5 years.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lebombo. And Iman, let me do this. Let me ask my colleague Tapelo to just forgive us as we unmount the camera from the tripod. I just want to get at least a sentiment from one of these people hoping to cross as he tries to, he's purchasing some fruits and some water. Clearly he must be dehydrated, trying to get something to eat there. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good, and you, sir?
I'm okay. You are live on Newzroom Afrika channel 405. I see you're trying to get to buy an apple and some water. Yeah, are you okay? How's the morning? How has the traffic been?
Okay, man. I can't be okay. We've been here since yesterday. We've been sleeping over there, yes. Since yesterday. So how can be okay? Because you are struggling. You see that traffic, it's even worse now.
So you are 3 kilometers now to the border. Any assistance from law enforcement? How has it been? Maybe through in the previous years.
Maybe if they can assist us just to move those cars, because it seems like there's a car there blocking on our way to border. Yeah. So maybe if they can remove those cars, they are driving oncoming. Yeah. Maybe things will be good. Yeah, at least.
Okay. Yes. Where are you from? Where did you drive from?
I'm driving from all the way to Kagiso from Joburg.
From Kagiso?
Yes, Joburg.
And where in Mozambique are you going?
We are going to where they call Shai Shai. Oh. Yes.
All the best and Merry Christmas to you. Okay, and I'll leave you to enjoy your apples. Thank you. There you go, Iman. Some of those people trying to make, Mozambican nationals trying to make who live in South Africa, trying to make their way to Zimbabwe. I'm going to ask Tapelo again to show you of the traffic that he speaks of. Look at that. All 3 lanes have been occupied northwards towards the border, making it difficult from those crossing from Zimbabwe, from Mozambique, coming towards South Africa, and also that flow going to the border. So it's going to be difficult for us as well with the BMA to make it to the border. But this is live scenes, Iman, as you see them happening now towards the Lebombo border.
Scara, just amazing situational reporting there, and just making us feel as if we're actually at the border post ourselves. Just explain to us what we're seeing. So we can see all, 3 lanes further in front. We can see all 4 lanes going in one direction when it should be, traffic that's going in both directions. Is that what you were referring to when people have simply gotten so frustrated that they're even in the oncoming lane?
Absolutely, Iman, and I'll explain it. So you've got the shoulder lane on the left-hand side, which is the yellow line, and you've got one lane going towards the border, then an oncoming lane from the border going towards Komati Port, and another shoulder lane on my right-hand side as well. So there are essentially 4 lanes which are being occupied by by all these cars going towards the border. So it's making it difficult now for law enforcement to control this, and those coming from the border, and you're talking trucks, you're talking buses, and also cars from the border coming towards your Komatipoort and Nelspruit. So you can imagine now that there is major congestion then closer to the border, because now people crossing from Mozambique to South Africa are stuck now at the border. So how they're going to solve this problem, perhaps is something which we'll update later. As you see, I saw at least two BMA officials now trying to control the traffic now. They're assisting the Mpumalanga traffic control and the subs now. So it's literally, Iman, all boots on the ground now, trying to manage the situation. And on the right-hand side, I'm not sure if you can see that, some of the people have opted now to start walking towards the border, not abandoning their cars. These would be people who are using public transport to leave the buses or the taxis, walk to the border so that at least they can get processed and their passport stamped. By the time the mode of transport reaches the border, they would have been processed.
Wow, and let's remind our viewers that where Scara is standing right now is 3 kilometers from the actual border gate. And these are the scenes of absolute chaos, and people aren't moving. As Scara was sharing with us, there one driver, it looked like he was with his family as well, saying that they had stayed overnight at the border post. Scara?
Morning. How are you? I'm okay. Are you trying to make your... I'm looking at your car, it's facing the...
I thought we were going to miss it because we came to the border yesterday. It took quite quick, but there was a queue. And now we thought we'd just get on the road going back to Johannesburg.
Were you coming from Mozambique?
Yes, yesterday.
So you crossed yesterday?
We slept here at Komatipoort Chalets, and now we're trying to go home, but we're stuck here going home.
At least you still have a smile on your face.
My friend, what can you do?
Yeah.
Every good way.
No, all the best and Merry Christmas to you and your family. This family, Iman, they say they crossed the border yesterday. They slept just a short distance from where we are. But then now, they were making their way from the border side going towards Komatipoort. Now they're stuck in this traffic, Iman. But we see there are officials trying to assist with the traffic flow, because this today, Christmas Eve, Iman, is the busiest day that we expect a lot of people to be crossing the border. So if it's not managed well and managed efficiently, from now onwards, this may be a chaos for the rest of the day, Iman.
All right, Scara, well, I think you really learned from yesterday, so you're fully prepared to deal with all the challenges that are present there today. See little kids as well traveling with their families on foot, and they can't be too happy either. So we'll leave Scara there for the moment. That's at the Lebombo border post. 3 kilometer deep and beyond traffic there. So if you're planning on heading over that border to get into Mozambique for your holiday, I think you better think twice or make some other plans. As the one motorist was saying, they left yesterday thinking that they would just beat the Christmas traffic rush. They failed because things have certainly changed this year. So our Scara Mafokaone and Tapela out in the field at the Lebombo border post.